Hey guys, welcome back. So it is officially prom season, and so I thought that it was very fitting for me to go ahead and do a prom makeup tutorial. I decided to do this look because I think it is one that will look great on everyone regardless of your skin tone, because a gold smoky eye is something that anyone can pull off, and I decided to pair it with this red lip just because I thought that was really vintage and a look that is really popular right now. I've been seeing that kind of bold lip trend really being very popular lately, and so I decided to pair it with this bold lip. Now, the great thing about this look is that you can really pair it with any lip color that you want because the eye is so neutral. Anytime that you do a gold smoky eye, you can literally do any lip color that you want. You could do a nude lip, you could do this red lip, of course, you could do a dark vampy lip. Any lip color that you want to do will look great with this look, and so that's why I decided that I wanted to film this one. So I may or may not be able to get another prom makeup tutorial up for you guys before prom season is over. So that is why I decided to go ahead and film this look for you guys, because I know that this is a look that will look great on anyone, that will translate well on anyone regardless of your complexion, regardless of your skin tone. It's very universal. So if you'd like to see how I created this prom makeup look, then please keep watching. So starting with my lids already primed, I'm going into this light brown shade in my Lorac Pro Palette. I'm picking this up on a big fluffy blending brush and applying this to my crease. I'm not really being too precise with this shade. I'm just really wanting to lay it down to help the rest of the shades transition nicely. So I'm just going to apply this back and forth in the crease. And then following that, I'm going in with a darker brown shade. This one is called Sable. I'm picking this up on a more tapered blending brush, and I'm going to apply this more precisely in the crease, and what this is going to do is just help to shape and define our eye. So what you'll see me doing is placing the majority of the product on the outer portion of my eye and then slowly blending that inward into the inner corner. Once I've got that color laid down the way that I like, I'm going to go back in with that same original blending brush with no additional product and just blend out any harsh lines. Next, I'm going in with this Milani Shadow Eyes pencil in the shade Golden Bronze, and this is going to be my eyeshadow base. I've really been loving these as eyeshadow bases because the product is really creamy and easy to blend out, and they really help the eyeshadow to show up much more pigmented. So I'm just going to apply that all over my lid and then blend it out with my finger. And then following that, I'm going in with the Loreal 24-Hour Infallible Eyeshadow in the shade Eternal Sunshine. These are basically like pressed pigments, and they look absolutely stunning on the lid. So I'm just going to apply this all over my eyelid right up to the crease, and then go back in with that tapered blending brush with no additional product and just blend out any harsh lines. Next, I'm going in with another one of those Infallible eyeshadows. This one is in the shade Amber Rush, and I'm just going to apply this on the outer half of my lid just to create a really nice gradient from a really nice gold shade to a more bronzy shade. And then this is just going to transition nicely into the darker shade that we're now going to place in the outer V. This shade is called Espresso, and I'm just going to place this right on the outer portion of my lid as you see me doing here. I'm not really going to bring this too much into the crease. I really want to just focus this on the outer V of my eye just to help to create, like I said, a nice gradient and a nice shape to the eye. And of course, after each step, just make sure that you go in and blend out any harsh lines so that we'll have a nice seamless transition. Moving on to the face, I went ahead and primed and then concealed any dark spots that I have on my skin before I went in with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I will leave all of the products that I used throughout this video listed in the description bar below, but I'm just taking my Sigma flat top kabuki brush and pressing this foundation into my skin, and also bringing this down my neck so that we don't have any harsh lines of demarcation. And then following that, I'm going to go in with my concealer. For concealer today, I'm going to be using my NYX HD concealer in the shade 07, and I'm going to place this in an upside down triangle underneath my eye and blend it out with a damp beauty blender. I do have a full foundation routine on my channel, so I'll be sure to list that down in the description bar below if you would like a more thorough step-by-step tutorial of exactly how I get a flawless finish. So now I'm just going in and setting both underneath my eyes and the rest of my foundation. And as you all know, this is a very important step for me because since I am very oily, I don't want my foundation and concealer moving around throughout the day. So now I'm going in with a black eyeliner by Milani and placing that in my waterline, and then I'm going to pick up that same deep brown shade that we use in the outer V of our eye and place this along my lower lash line to help smudge and smoke out that black eyeliner. And then I'm going to go in and pick up the lighter brown shade and just use that to blend out any harsh lines. To highlight my inner corner, I'm going to be using the shade Nude, and I'm just picking that up on the same pencil brush and placing that right in the inner corner and blending it into the shadows both on my lower lash line as well as on my lid. So for my contour today, I decided to test out the NYX contour palette. I'm just taking one of the more warmer brown shades and placing this on my cheeks and temples, more to kind of bronze my face. And then I'm going to go in with the darker brown shade and a small contour brush by Sigma and use this to really define and chisel out my cheekbones. And I'm also going to bring this down the sides of my nose as well. I will say that for the price, I do think that this is a pretty decent contour palette. Not my favorite powders to use because they were a little bit choppy, but like I said, for the price and for a drugstore product, it definitely gets the job done. Here I'm just going back in with that same warm brown shade and just buffing out that contour, applying mascara to my lower lashes, and then going in with blush. So I started out with a stippling brush. I'm using ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Blush in the shade Cheerio, but then I ended up going in with a synthetic blush brush and found that I liked using that a little bit better. And then for my highlight, I used the NYX Radiant Finishing Powder in the shade Sunkissed, and I'm just going to place this right on the tops of my cheekbones, down the center of my nose, and also on my cupid's bow. For my red lips today, first I'm going to line them. I'm using Milani lip liner in the shade Bordeaux. Whenever you are doing a red lip, I think it's so important to apply a lip liner first, just so that you can make sure that the lip color that you place on top does not bleed outside of your lip line. I did really take my time with this step, even though I did speed up the clip. But red is definitely super hard to get off once you apply it, so take your time with it and just make sure that you're applying it exactly where you want it to go. And then right on top of that, I'm using a ColourPop lippy stick in the shade Bichette, and I'm just placing that right on top of that lip liner and blending the two together. And then once my lippy is applied, I went ahead and set everything in place using my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray to make sure that everything would stay in place and flawless for the entire night. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. This is definitely one that you can wear for a night out or a date night if you're not going to prom. But if you are, I hope that you found this video helpful and that if you decide to recreate it, that you'll share your pictures with me because I would love to see how beautiful you guys look. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.